Water Dream Warm. A region of pointless frolicking and endless pleasure. No one here understands the true meaning of suffering and random shocking violence meted out arbitrarily.
To say this guy is unhinged is an understatement. Okay, so level 3. First things first, always check the map first. We've got our portal over here, we've got 3 little piles of gold, a strange shaped map, and this funny pattern in the impenetrable rock. This is a telltale sign of something secret. We're going to go that direction first. Now, when you start a new level, exploring is always a good idea. It's usually a good idea because it usually gets you a nice juicy bonus. You'll quite often find that there are creatures that run around the map with no alignment. They're not claimed by anyone. They're not heroes. They don't belong to an enemy keeper. They've just got a multicolored pattern around their head instead of the white or the red or the colors of the other keepers, which is usually blue and green. And with those guys, if anyone's creatures approach them, they convert to their cause. So I think, if I recall correctly, well, you can hear the footsteps of creatures there. So I think once these imps break through, we're going to see... There we go, we've got a training room and a couple of skeletons. These belong to us now. There's a training room here. We're going to sell this as soon as it's come through, because we don't want a training room there. And we, as the man says, we need to build a lair for our creatures. So, these useless imps. Go and hit things. Yeah. And then we'll sell this. So, we have acquired 2 skeletons. Skeletons are... they're pretty cool. You take over them. They run with a decent movement speed. They swing their mighty sword. And they're very good low-level melee fighters. They get a couple of spells when leveled up. I think some defensive stuff. I think an invisibility spell. Nothing too special, but they're more your kind of standard melee guys. They hit really, really hard when they level up, and they train really quickly. But they're not too tough defensively. So they're good kind of fluff in the fight. They're good to bulk up your fights with a few skeletons. And skeletons are actually one of the creatures that you'll be able to break the creature limit with. As I said, you've got this. Once you own a portal, only a number of creatures up until the maximum creatures that you can have on the level will come through the portal, but after that you can gain more via certain rooms. And the only way you can get skeletons is through the prison. So the prison as a building we'll come to in a few levels time. But just to explain where you get the skeletons from, is it's quite simple. When you have a prison, you get this option appearing, the prison option. You've got these 2 up here. There's this, the flee button, and the prison button. Once this is selected, any creatures that get to a critical amount of health, they'll attempt to run away instead of continuing to fight and dying. So I always activate this because I don't want my creatures to die. I'd like them to run away. And when I've built a prison, if I've built a prison, presumably I want it for imprisoning things. So I will activate this as well. You need to manually activate that, and when an enemy creature gets to the point of death, just before they die, they'll fall over instead, and your imps will be able to retrieve them and take them to the prison. Which is lovely. So, we've taken over the portal. We need to build a treasure room to store our gold, as Mr. Man keeps telling us. But you know, imps are just digging away. They'll do their thing. We're actually just gonna build a few more imps, claim this room, turn the entire thing into a treasure room. Won't that be nice? And then, of course, we're going to get our training room so we can get our skeletons, which, like the demon spawn, will run straight to the training room, which we're going to put... I guess we'll put it here, actually. It's not square, but it's not too important because we're not going to have a critical mass of creatures. Actually, no, this will be the hatchery. We'll put the training room down here. We're going to amalgamate all of that gold area into a training room, and this can be one giant hatchery. Skeletons, as they don't have any flesh, are creatures that probably don't require food. I think that's right, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. Or do. You know, whatever you feel like. I'm not too fussed. Pretty relaxed guy, me. So we've got our creatures digging away. Here we go, building the treasure room. No, it's not the treasure room. Building the training room, and we're going to get our creatures training in it. What have we got? We've got 3 flies that are going to go straight back through that portal because we don't want them. 3 beetles that we're also going to expel from the dungeon because we have better things now. We have 2 skeletons, and you'll possibly be staring at this icon over here. The time has come to build a library. Libraries are where new devices, room designs, magic spells are researched. Make a library at least as big as the other rooms. That's really unspecific, thank you game. Researchers like quiet too, so try to build your library off the side of a corridor. This is true. Warlocks are the creatures you tend to attract with a library, and oh, lo and behold, here we have our first Warlock. Warlocks at level 1, standard melee creatures, nothing special. They will automatically, they'll build their home, and then, like the demon spawn, they'll go straight to the library to train. They'll do their own thing. Demon spawn can't research, and Warlocks can't do. No, that's wrong. I'm thinking of workshops. I think demon spawn can research, but nobody cares anyway. Your new library will attack creatures like Warlocks who are interested in researching magic and dungeon designs. These evil mages are real bookworms, as well as being magically proficient themselves. Lovely. Okay, so we got some demon spawn approaching. We have 1 Warlock, 1 demon spawn, 2 beetles. Go away, beetles. We don't love you. Not the Beatles, of course. They're a lovely band. Build. And now you don't need a library this big on this level, but what the hey, we've got plenty of gold. And in fact, that's a lie. We don't yet have plenty of gold. We have some gold, but we need more. So we're going to dig all this out. And our imps, wherever they may be, they're going to start digging away. Lovely. And our gold reserves will cease to run low. Fortunately, you get a little announcer dude that tells you when anything's running low, like your gold reserves, and he'll simply pipe up and say, "Your gold reserves are running low," because he's helpful like that. A lovely chap. So yeah, gold's going back up. We've got our library where our 1 individual Warlock is currently researching, and anything that you can possibly research on a level will just appear as a question mark. So most levels you will start off just knowing your standard 2 spells, the imp spell and the possessed creature spell, and usually these 5 rooms. I think sometimes you'll also have the workshop already researched. Now,
It is payday.
always you'll need to build a library to research stuff, and you will then get new spells like the Speed Monster spell. This is a great spell. Already your research bears fruit. The speed creature spell has been perfected. Cast it on a creature and observe the dramatic increase in its speed. The effect will wear off after a while. That is true. So, as it says, it costs 100, but if I click the mouse button and hold it down, it rises all the way up to 900. This increases the potency of the spell. I'm going to cast it on this skeleton over here. We've got our 2 skeletons. They've been training away. They're both now level 4. If I click on him, you look at that pink bar. It's going up at a fairly decent speed, so he's going to be level 5 in no time. Whereas if I click on this guy, the speed that it's going up is it's noticeable, but it's not as fast as Mr. Man, who's already level 5. So let's give this guy a slap. And we'll keep the speed spell active on him. But with most spells, you can charge them up. It costs them it costs you more gold to use a more highly charged spell, but the effects are usually worth it. So with the speed spell, this guy is going to be sped up for ages. It's great. You can just kind of cast it around willy-nilly for 100 on lots of your creatures to get them all sped up, but on your on your main ones that you want to train really quickly, it's really useful. And now, of course, we've got a couple more beetles that are going to get rid of, and we've got 5 warlocks, and they're kicking their heels now because, of course, there was only one thing to research on this level. There's nothing left for them to research, so we're just going to dump them in the training room, which we also need to expand. Because warlocks, as stated, I'm going to speed up the training of one of them in particular. The chap here. Speed him up and give him a quick slap. Not too many though. And where's he gone? Where's the really fast moving warlock? There he is. I'm going to click this on him and you're going to see him leveling up really quickly. And there you go. Fireball! Warlock becomes a magic using guy. What an awesome dude. He now knows the fireball spell. So instead of just being a robed creature that will wander up to his enemy and scratch him a bit, he is now a robed creature with a brilliantly powerful ranged attack. Warlocks will get a new spell or ability every single level, all the way up to level 10, which is the max level, and they're all pretty good. I think at level 4 they get the healing spell, which means they get a bit more self-sufficient. You can actually just possess them and go and murder a bunch of dudes yourself, or go exploring as a warlock fairly risk-free, because, you know, if you get into a tussle, you heal yourself. Bada bing, bada boom, woo. Okay, this warlock slowed down a bit. He's just about to hit level 3. We'll see what the level 3 spell is. That's heal. Lovely. So I think level 4 or 5, you then get the meteor spell, which is just, it's like the fireball. They can use it not quite as frequently, but it is really powerful. Does a really decent amount of damage to your enemies, which, you know, we like doing decent amount of damage to your enemies. Another funny thing about this game is when your creatures level up, they actually get bigger. They get slightly taller. So a level 10 warlock stood next to a level 1 warlock looks a bit, you know, ridiculous. Ah, right, there we go. They're attacking, and they've been destroyed. Easy. I didn't even know that we were getting invaded. In fact, there we go. There's another digger digging away. But as you can see, our skeletons are level 6, and you know there's this funny shiny light going on around the skeleton. He's got the armor spell, that's what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast the shiny light spell on the skeleton, and I'm not going to cast the shiny light spell. I've cast armor on him, which is the shiny light spell, and I have cast speed. Oh, there we go. There's the enemy. So he attacks really quickly, and he has just killed the heck out of that dwarf. Easy money. So this is where the heroes came from. This is their lair. Interesting looking. Lot of stuff. It's quite big. You can see on the map. Oh, lots of pots of gold. So hopefully our imps will come and claim this and steal all that gold. Won't that be lovely? Answer, yes. This first wave of attackers lie hacked to pieces on the floor. Of course they do. They ran into us in our training room where we have our level 6 skeletons and many level 3 warlocks. A level 4 warlock. He's the one we're going to speed up. And slap. See how unhappy he is from this slapping. As you can see, warlock starting to get a little unhappy. Don't slap them too often. That's my 2 cents. And there we go. Meteor, hugely powerful spell. We'll hopefully see all of the warlocks using this the next time the ghastly enemy invades. And let's bring a few more imps into this world. Claim some of these tiles. Pick up this gold. Go and store it. Yummy. What are the rest of my imps doing? Oh, they're digging out this gold. There's still gold to be dug out. Guess we should have an imp up here. Yep, you're claiming stuff. Right, we're claiming all of this land. And I imagine there's something interesting around here.
Your creatures are under attack.
Oh. Okay, so that's another wave of enemy heroes. I think a simple case of dropping both the skeletons and all of my warlocks on them is in order.
Your creatures are attacking.
So, skeletons charging up and just devastating. You can see the fireballs, the skeletons striking these creatures. It's just chaos and death. Brilliant work. They've slaughtered them all.
Winning a battle.
Well, that was pretty embarrassing for them. Ready yourself for the next attacks. Now, because we've told the warlocks to go and attack, they're going to default by going back to the lair. I don't want them to. I want them to continue training. They're really strong creatures. I would advise strongly against training your warlocks before you've done research. Higher level creatures do better at research and workshop tasks, so both of those things are better off done by higher level creatures. But if, for example, my imps were to run through here, the warlocks would get annoyed and attack them. If they're level 1, that's not going to be too bad, because the warlocks are simply just going to scratch at them and not really do them much damage.
Angry.
Oh, there's a creature that's become angry. It's a warlock. What a surprise. Which one? Oh, it's an unhealthy warlock. And he's sad. Best way to deal with a sad creature, give him a pile of gold.
Beware, the Lord of the Land approaches.
Okay, the Lord of the Land is on his way. And this creature is now really happy, as you can see. Lovely.
Creatures are falling in battle.
Is that imp playing football with decapitated head? Stay alert, keeper. I don't think I've ever seen that message before. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna get our demon spawn into this fight. Just drop him in. In fact, everyone's here anyway.
Minions are winning a battle. It is payday.
No, you're not allowed to get paid. Murder dudes.
Minions are winning a battle.
Yeah! There's the Lord of the Land. Still only a level 1 dude. What's he gonna do against the level 7 skeleton? He just melted. Oh, that guy got murdered. Poor dude. Oh. You meet with success once again, keeper. Well, I didn't have time to read the blurb. I was laughing too much at what just happened. It's not fair. Oh, life isn't fair. As you can see, early levels, not so much of a challenge. But I am interested in what is through this wall. So before we go, we're just going to dig through here, have a look. I imagine it's nothing, it's just a watery land. The thing is, you always want to explore all the extremities of the map, because there are sometimes hidden gems. Even if it's after the level's ended, there are things that can help you for the next level. I know. Crazy, right? We'll encounter them in future levels. I don't know if we're going to be able to encounter them in this level. We shall see. But I think there's just water around the outside, because it was hoping that we'd dig in this direction, and I don't know. Yep, nothing of interest. Well, it does make the map look kind of funky. But no, no extras, no hidden gems. Success, the land is yours. Press space to proceed to the next realm. That is what we're going to do.
With his dread. This place now has a proper name because of what you did here. There is a healthy disrespect for life, and you'll be amused to hear that cannibalism has gained a strong foothold amongst the ragged inhabitants.